Partners in the paddock, get my piece. I'm pushing P.
Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace.
Got a spot across the rap. Just peace.
Drop the data, now we plotting inside the peas. She not a lesbian for peace, she turned lesbian. Push P.
I'm pushing P. On capital P, I write the president, count presidents.
Push P.
P's on her knees.
Hey my loves, welcome to another video. Welcome to a story time. One thing about this girlie and this channel, we're definitely gonna tell stories every week, child. I just want to welcome everyone that just joined us. Welcome to my family, and those of you that are coming back, welcome back, baby, and thank you for holding your girl down. Guys, can we talk about how close I am to being monetized? Like, my watch hours are skyrocketing. Those of you that watch and finish my videos, thank you so much. And those of you that don't, what are you doing? Like, literally go to my playlist, click the Storytime playlist. While you're busy with your shenanigans, you can have it playing in the background. Even my vlogs, I've made them easy now so that you're also able to watch while you do whatever here and there, because the music, I just made sure that the music is very soothing, very calm. If you feel like you want to cook or chop some onions, have my vlog play in the background. Have my vlog play in the background. Do not put me isinkwa. Do not put me isinkwa, because girl, we're trying to get paid. We're trying to get paid. Anywho, before we start, I'm sure from the previous vlog you saw that my man and I went to the incense shop. We got some incense, so I'm just gonna light some to set the mood and invite positive energy and positive spirits. And then also it just brings some calmness, and I'm really about that. So it has different 2, 4, 6, 7. It's different scents. So each pack has like 4 sticks. Most people will know this as lucky sticks. That's what we call them back at home, or back in the home. So we're gonna light some incense. Why am I shaking? Okay, get it? Perfect. And then we're just gonna burn our incense and set the mood. And of course, it's a story time. What is a story time without some drink? What is a story time without some drink? Today, Sana, 25 is no child's play. 25 is no child's play. We are having some wine. This is Saint Morand. It says juicy white. Is it juicy white or fruity white? Something along those lines. But anywho, I'm having some white wine. I definitely love my wine the same way I love my man. Don't let that go over your head. And I'm gonna have some watermelon because it's watermelon season. But I'm gonna try to not chew and speak at the same time, but it's fruit. So this is how healthy I am today. I'm having some watermelon and I'm having some wine. So yes, let's get into the video. I know that was just too much unnecessary blabbing, but thank you for tuning in. I hope you do enjoy today's story, and of course do the right things. Like, subscribe, and comment, and share my video until we get to 1,000 subscribers. We are literally 40 subscribers away from 1,000. Like, I'm so excited. That is my goal for this year, to be monetized and be on 1,000. Well, actually, once I'm on 1,000, I'm going to be monetized. But cling cling. Let me first have a sip. Oh, tickle. Yes, feel. I talk too much. Anywho, let's get into the video. Cheers. Perfect. I'm sure you can already tell by the title of the video, guys. This incense smells so good. I'm sure you can tell by the title of the video that your girl got taken for a ride. So this happened in 2019, between 2019 and 2018, but I remember I was in varsity. So I'm in varsity. If you don't know, I'm from Cape Town, right? Well, I grew up in Cape Town, and then I moved to Joburg to study this side. During my tertiary years, I came to Joburg and I went to the University of Johannesburg, Auckland Park. But that's not really important to the story. But I was in Joburg, and then during recess, was it the COVID? No, it was before COVID. It was actually 2019 or 2018. I'm not sure between the two. No, it was 2019, if not late 2018, but whatever. But I know that it was recess and race closes and everyone has to evacuate and go home. So before recess, well, even beginning of the year, I was in touch with people I went to school with, and my school was not so popular, but everyone knew of it, and pretty much everyone in the school knew each other because it wasn't such a big school, but it was that school. Great. So I go to varsity. Obviously, you get in touch with your ex-classmates, and so our school had 3 branches. Was it 2? Leap 1 and Leap 2, yeah. Actually, so I was in Leap 1 and then other people were in Leap 2. I feel like everyone's gonna know what or who this is, but anyway, it's whatever. There's no bad blood. Sharp. So even people from Leap 2, I was in Leap 2, so people from Leap 1, there was a time where the schools would get together during camp, during whatever, and even when we have celebrations, your Heritage Day, June 16, so the schools would get together and they'd do something. And there was a time where I was just in my era of being an MC at school events. Great. So I'm shy, I'm shy, but I'm told I'm not. So, okay, I know it's contradicting, like it's very ironic for someone who's shy, and I just said that I was in my MC era. Anywho, so that's how most people got to know of me, but I wasn't out there, like I wasn't that loud person, you're about, hey, look at me, shy. So 2018 or 2019, I'm in varsity, it's great. That's when I actually opened my Instagram. Like open my Instagram in 2017, but that's when I was actually active on my Instagram. And during my varsity years, was active, was posting, and I actually started my YouTube, of which I slacked and didn't do the things I was meant to do. But anyway, also created my YouTube channel, so it's great. People get to know me like, oh Snaz, oh Nambash, people call me by my surname. Oh, Nambash, A, B, C, and D, it's so nice, so proud of you, whatever. Now, this guy, he didn't go to school with me, he was my senior, because I remember when I was in my first year, he was in his 3rd or 2nd year. Yes, I think it was in his 2nd year. Great. But he wasn't old, he was like, I was born in 99. I think 96 or 97, I think. 96 is old, but 96 or 97, between the two, but I didn't really bother about his age. Great. So he slides in my DMs. This is on Instagram because I don't have his number. And then he slides in my DMs, says, hi, we just have casual conversations. When are you coming back to Cape Town? Like, I'll tell you because I know June I'm not coming, or December, vice versa. But I don't recall when that was, but I just told him how often I go to Cape Town. Like June holidays, I don't really go home. Sometimes I stay at Ray's, or I come but don't stay for long, or I just go to my aunt because my aunt was in Joburg at the time. Great. So each time I post, he would interact in my stories and. So we're gonna call this guy. Who are we gonna call him? We're gonna call him two-timer because he was two-timing us. We're gonna call him Dribbler. We had a Dribbler in some of my stories, but this is a different person. We're gonna call him Dribbler. So Dribbler slides in my DMs every now and occasionally. And then I had a friend, not my best friend, but someone I was close to in high school, to an extent that if you see her, people would ask about me, but where's Nisipo, and you know, we're cool like that. We also met at one of the school camps that we go to, because every year we go to a school camp, maybe twice or thrice a year. Sharp. So the girl we're gonna call, we're gonna call the girl, we'll just call the girl China. We're just gonna call her China. She didn't have small eyes. I'm just calling her China just for vibes. I don't know. So fine. China and I are friends as well. Well, we're friends in high school. Our communication wasn't as good because I'm very bad with maintaining friendships like that, especially long distance relationships. It's definitely not my thing. Great stuff. China, I go to varsity, she's still in school. She was a few grades behind me, so that's how I was in varsity and she was still in high school. Great stuff. So I talk with Dribbler, I talk, and then there's a time I tell him, oh, actually, I'm going home during this period. He's like, oh, okay, cool, let's exchange numbers. I'd like to see you. And we started flirting. We would video call each other. Before I went to Cape Town, we video call each other. And to me, this was a shocker. I was aware of him, same way he was aware of me, but we've never had interactions in person like that. And I think he was in a relationship at the time, because also at our school we have this thing of getting past students to come join our camps, leadership camps that come and this is going to be very important. So fine, he's a fine man, so I was like, oh, okay, he's a fine boy, why not? What do you have to lose? Nothing. So I exchange numbers, we talk, great stuff. I go home, I get home. I think I stayed at home. Also, we made plans to see each other. Now his plan was, how about, since you're only here for 2 weeks, how about you spend 1 week with me and then spend 1 week with your family? Oh my god, that's incense, but it's smelling so good. So his plan was spend a week with me and then a week with your family. And I was like, yes, I'm a baddie, anything for a man, so I'm definitely gonna do that, because my family raised me, so they know me, and he's only gonna be seeing me for 5 days, so why not? So I was like, cool. Dribbler went to CP. He went to UWC, right opposite CPUT, so that's the University of Western Cape. I don't even know what he studied. Some philosophy, because he was so woke. He was so woke, but it was nice. Fine. So we would dribble again. That was our plan. So I'm thinking, how am I going to tell my mom that I'm going to see a man for an entire week? And when I left home, when I left Cape Town, I've never been in like a relationship to a point where my parents know, but they were aware that I am seeing someone, but it was never just something playful. Yeah, well, that's gonna be another story for another day. Sharp. So I can so he says, you know what, since you're in varsity, you can, and it's camp season, so you can always say you got an email from Leap and they told you, they requested that, they actually invited you to a camp. It's gonna be 5 days, and tell them that you won't need much. You're only gonna need, you only just bring your clothes. That's all you do. That's all you do. And our camps were like that as well. So you only just bring your bedding and sharp. I don't know why my mom didn't notice, but I didn't have my bedding with me. But fine. I get home. On my way home, baby boy sends an email. I take a screenshot. I forward it to my mom. I'm like, yo, babes, guess what? I got invited to a camp, and mom was so excited, because there's never a leadership camp that I missed, or a lead camp that I missed in my life since grade 9. From grade 9, I was always going to the camps. So I was like, oh, that's very nice. They still, So I was like, oh, good, it's working. Get home, I pack, I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed, I'm chilled. Everyone knows I'm in Cape Town, my friends, even China knows I'm in Cape Town, so we're busy making plans, but we never followed up, so the plans never came to life. Great, this one is too good, I'm sorry. So I shot, no problem. The 2 days before the camp, my mom was like, you need to go, or you need to make sure you have all your stuff, what are you gonna need? So like, no, don't worry about it, I'll buy everything that side closer to the school, and I'll just get whatever I need on the way. And then she asked me where are the guys gonna meet me. She's like, Dad, they're gonna meet me at school, so I'm gonna meet them at school. The guys, meaning the group I was traveling with. Mom takes me, she drops me off at the bus stop or taxi stop. I catch a taxi on my way to Bella. I get off at Bella Spa. Dribbler meets me there because he literally lives at UWC. On campus, it is. Now tell me, who has ever planned a vacation on campus? Like, we're literally gonna squat, button set on campus, school premises. I'm like, when I tell you that one thing about Mission, I've seen it. I'm not lying. Sharp, no problem. Can't help it. Sharp, no problem. He goes there. He gets me everything. We get like a toothbrush. We get food. We get everything. And now I'm excited. I'm like, okay, it's nice. Well, I was gonna be fat and sitting with him, or squatted with him for that duration, but we actually had activities planned because, mind you, we never met it. Well, we've met each other, but we've never really been in one room together and gotten to know each other like that. You know, we only knew of each other, and he knows me same way everyone else knows me, but it was never on a deep level. So now it was different. So I shop, no problem. I get UWs has interesting things. I've never been to UWs except for when it was an open day when I went. But all you see there is just classes and lecture rooms and whatever, library and. Did see? I knew the ins and outs, the basketball court there and. So day one was very nice, packed with activities. His phone never rang. I don't know how. His phone never rang, and I was at peace, guys, like with Polile. And he was that one person. It's easy for me to catch feelings for people, like especially if you act, your actions show, like I can see in your actions that you actually like being with me and around me. If he was acting, guys, he's a good actor, but I don't think he was acting. So fine. Day one, we went to, was it a zoo? We went to something, but we went. I told you that we saw animals. We did a lot of things. We played some basketball. We listened to some music. He introduced me to some artists, but the day we fought, I was like, you know what? We didn't fight, but the day we decided to end, I was like, I don't want to listen to anything that's going to remind me of this guy. He introduced me to SoundCloud and the dope music there. And I was like, it's a good thing that I like hip hop as well. So it's always easy for me to get along with people who share the same interest in music as me. So we just did a lot of things. Obviously we're gonna take pictures and we tried different wines. That was another bonus. But he liked wine and was open to it. So we'd get like a variety, like you said 50 mils, but we'd get a variety. He loved weed. He was a guy that smoked with like it wasn't nobody's business. So we do that. We do some wine tasting at home. We did a lot of things. We cooked together. It was pretty nice. All this time, he's not getting any messages, not any missed calls. I asked him, because obviously we have to talk about it. I was like, oh, okay, are you in a relationship? And he was like, no, he is talking to someone, he's getting to know someone, therefore he's not in a relationship. He wishes to be in one. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. But I had expressed my concerns with a long distance relationship, that I'm not good with that. And there's no way I'm gonna just fly to Cape Town for a weekend and then come back. It doesn't make sense. Financially for me, it doesn't, because I'm not a rich ass bitch. So fine, we cover that part. It's nice. We cook, it's cute, we dance. He's a very good photographer, or he was. He'd take nice pictures of me. Now that's where the problem starts. And everyone would ask, even China at the time would ask, oh babes, what are you doing? Where are you? Because also I take pictures and post. Or he'd take pictures of me and post. And at the time he had the latest iPhone at that time. So when I'd post, the quality would be, and I was using an Android and I was using a Huawei. What was that for? But I was using a Huawei, I know. But Shem, he was very active, taking pictures, and I would post. And then when I posted one of the pictures on Instagram, obviously you know your man's place. Same way I know my man's place. If you were to take a picture at my boyfriend's place, I would know that I know units in complexes are different, but you know, when you know. Sharp. I'm wearing his jersey, wearing his jersey, I'm having some wine, I'm in the room. In the background there's a drawing. He was not necessarily an artist, but he was a creative. So there was this other art thingy that he had in the background. China calls me, I'm not picking up. She calls, I'm not picking up. 9 missed calls, and I'm thinking there's no way. So I sent her a text, I'm like, yo babes, I'm busy. I'm gonna call you when I'm at home. I'm not at home right now. I'm with my person. She's like, babes, you just got here and you already have a person. I'm like, nah, we've been. So I tell her how I got to be with a person. And then China, I think she didn't want to confront me directly. Then she was on. She says, the place you're at looks familiar. The background, yes, the background, because I think his room was on an upper level, so you'd get like a great view at night. And one thing about me and views, and one thing about me in general, I'll take a picture, view or no view. If it's beautiful, I'm gonna take a picture. And that was one of the things that I did. And there was something that guy wrote or he had drawn on the window with the T-Pex. So it stayed there and it was raining, so it just looked beautiful. And I posted the picture. So 2 pictures of me, and there's that wall art at the back, and then the picture of the view with the window and whatever that I posted. I was like, oh, it just looks familiar. I was like, oh yeah. And then we let it slide. Then following day, we went to this other coffee shop. We post. And I post because he wasn't posting, but I post because to me it's new. So each time I go to somewhere new and somewhere I feel or think is cool, even if I don't go somewhere, even if I do or when I do something cool or sentimental, I always capture the moment and. So this is like, no man, babes. Remember when I said I am in a relationship but my partner and I are fighting? That was China. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Are you guys good? What happened? Is everything okay? She was like, no man, I'm actually seeing hey, I was wishing this guy's name. I'm actually seeing dribbler. I was like, don't lie. It's like, I'm actually seeing good dribbler. And when I called you the first time, I was upset because I saw your picture and I thought you knew because you knew I have a partner. It's like, yeah, I knew you have a partner, but you never posted your person, and I never knew it's him. And I had asked him if he's seen anyone, and he said he's getting to know someone. Now, ideally, in a real world, if I knew someone was getting to know my friend, there's no way. There's definitely no way I'm gonna let the person pursue me because that's just nasty. And at the time, we were the guy's taste until China went through some changes and whatever physically. So it kind of made sense why he would come for me as well, because China and I looked alike. She was dark, I'm dark. She's skinny, I'm skinny. But she was just taller than me. But fine. So she tells me that she's with him. I was like, yo babes, I didn't know. I'm sorry. We had this entire thing planned out an entire week, but I'm going to cut my stay short. And now I'm hurt because I'm thinking, guys, Lovana, he promised me A, B, C, and D because he was busy trying to convince me to be with him. And we were going to make the long distance relationship work. And I was like, actually it can work. Because he was also going on about how he can always come to Joburg as well because he's never been to Joburg. And it even got to a point where when we were together, I was looking up places, Googling, doing my research, cool stuff that we can do. I was so in it, I was getting invested because for me, 3 days is a lot. 3 days is a long time, and you like me and I like you, and we listen to the same music and we're drinking the same wine. I know, come on. So now I get the mood just changes with me when I'm upset. I'm upset. So we leave the coffee shop, we go back, and then Uchina had sent me the same picture that she took in the guy's place. Now my thing was, it's giving one of those cycles where the guy's gonna try and turn you into, or he's gonna have you pose in a certain way just because his previous person had, so that it reminds them of that person, and I was like, you know what, I'm so pissed. I just deleted China's picture. I wasn't upset at her, I was just annoyed at the guy because why are you taking me for a ride? Number one, dude, we went hiking. And it was, guys, it's the small things. Like, they're not small, it's those cute, effortless things, man, that I like. I just saw a fly, that's crazy. That gets to me, like, it's so easy. So I'm like, no man, I'm not okay. So now I think China had also confronted him, because I remember when we came back, we just chilled and then we had some wine and then we were gonna cook. So in the kitchen, he was on his phone most of the time, and I was thinking, okay, he thought I'm sad because I was gonna be leaving in 2 days. And in my head I was thinking, okay, chances are China had texted him and confronted him, or he's also feeling the same way. Clown me, ha ha ha. I shut. And then I couldn't, I'm not a confrontational person. It's hard for me to confront someone, and I hadn't known that guy like that. I know it's very rich of me to say I don't know him enough to confront him, but I knew him enough to actually catch feelings for him. But I'm not a confrontational person, especially with stuff like that. I always allow myself to process it, and then like as time goes, then when I'm okay and have fully gotten past that, then I can confront you or have a conversation about it, But I was like, no man, this guy's taking me for a ride. Like, he sold me dreams and I bought them. Now, he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine." Obviously, he sees that I'm okay. Even my tone had just changed. Doesn't care, doesn't bother. Because I mean, nonchalant Triplasana. Tripla just went on about his life. He chopped, he cooked. After we're done cooking, we go back to, because Erez guys, honestly, I can't think I was on a vacation Erez. And then we went back to his room. We're chilling, we're playing music, and I was just not entertained. I was just not having it. And then also I just faced the other way and not even cuddle. I wasn't even a big spoon or a small spoon. I was just literally facing that way. I was facing the other way. Now we slept, and then when we woke up, I was like, "No, man." I just woke him up. I was like, "Yo, bro, we need to talk." It was like, "What's wrong? What do you want to talk about?" I was like, "Remember, I asked you if you've seen someone." We're saying, "Yeah, I remember." And I said, "You lied." She's like, "No, I didn't lie. I just never told you who it was." And I'm thinking, but China and I are friends. How can you do that? I talk about China all the time. Even when I was with him, I was busy talking about China still. And he let me go on about her, but it didn't cross his mind to mention, but actually the person I'm in a talking stage with is Yabo. It was just giving holy. He didn't even full story. It was like, "Nah, you never asked me who it was. And besides, you don't live here anyway." So I was like, "Oh, okay, hypothetically, if I was staying here, because there's a time where I'm gonna leave school, complete school, and come back to Cape Town and stay at home. What's gonna happen then?" It was like, "Yeah, he's a polygamous person, therefore it's not a hassle for him. I just have to come to terms with it, and that's just that. It's either I get on with the program or I bounce." And I was like, "Why are you giving me an ultimatum when I'm the one who found out?" But I was like, "You know what? It's okay. I'm glad that I found out now." I sent my friend a text. I was like, "Yo, babes, I'm sorry I didn't know. I'm leaving. I left. I'm not gonna talk to that guy anymore because it's just messy and I had no idea. And only now is he telling me about it." Let me tell you, when I tell you that when I left, I got an Uber. He wasn't even, like, I didn't storm out, but it was just like, "You know what, fuck this, I'm out." Packed my stuff and I left. I was like, "I'm gonna walk you out because you're gonna need access. Security won't open for you because it's a male raise. Sana, well, it's mixed because I don't have a student card, so say you does." And I was just like, didn't care, unbothered, didn't even go back. I told her, "No, I'm sorry," or try to finesse me, convince me, beg, act like you care, nothing. Just say, "Yeah, no, he's a polygamous person, doesn't see himself committed to one person." I was like, "Say what?" And then I was just like, "Nah, Smissable, this is definitely for you guys. Me, I'm a gone girl. I'm a lover girl. I can't share my partner. Same way they cannot share me, or same way they are never gonna share me. So the minute you tell me, "Oh, no, you're a polygamous person," and I know of it, I'd rather be in a polygamous relationship unknowingly, and the minute I find out, I'm stepping the hell out of that relationship." Fine, Uber gets there. I get in the Uber. I go. And then I sent an emoji like, "Yo," I sent an emoji. Was it an emoji or a GIF? But I'm unbothered. It was like, "Oh, have a safe trip. Tell me when you get home." I get home. And then obviously the back and forth. Also, I'm trying to tell this guy, "But you know what? I care about you, but now you did me dirty." But I didn't bother. I wanted him to act like he cared, not that I wanted him to ask me or convince me to be with him, because I knew even if he did, I wasn't going to be with him. And then I was just like not having it. So fine, I get home, I delete his number, I follow him on Insta, I make sure I cut ties with him. And then it took me a week and I was okay because I was only with him. And I was asking, "Why are you home early?" I was like, "Yeah, no, the cab was actually cut short. They had made a mistake. It wasn't going to be a week, so that we can also be able to enjoy our weekend." And then she believed. And I was like, "Oh, girl." So, shut, no problem. Then I tell China A, B, C, and D. So I think she and baby boy got back together. I didn't tell her about the whole polygamy and. Now this bitch, China, goes on to social media. She starts shading me. She goes on to say how people come back from Joburg think that they're the Beyonces and think they can take your man and whatever. And I'm just thinking, guys, what did I do? Because I'm a victim as well, so why are you busy? And Yo, guys, I was just so hurt. I was just so hurt because I was actually open with her when she had told me that she's with the same guy that I was with. I was like, no, I had no idea. Had I known, therefore I'm gonna step out. Because other people would say, oh no, it's fine, Gabe, because he's with me now, you know. So I was just like, you know what, girl code, I can't do that. Because I remember even that night, I didn't even have intercourse because I'm pissed. There's times when you're upset with your with your partner or mad at your partner, but there's times where you go about, okay, you know what, I need some TLC. I didn't even get that. Now this bitch takes it to social media and was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm just gonna let her be. And then she went on and on and on. Her friends, well, her actual friends, like bestie people she's actually hanging out with when I'm in Joburg, were the only ones. Those were the only people that were actually entertaining her. They were busy commenting and she took a screenshot, posted on her story, went onto Facebook. She not put me on full blast and mentioned my name, and then only to find out, but no, she was having an episode, but she's fine now. So it's just like, I'm good. But yeah, no, wasn't the worst experience, but it hurts. It hurt like a bitch. But I'm also glad that she actually caught up, because had she not, I was gonna be with that guy, and then only to find out that I'm a side chick when I'm deep within, like the other story, like the other guy from the story. You get me? So I was just like, you know what, I'm glad, I'm really glad. Or had I not known, chances are, or let's say hypothetically, I end up being with the guy. Along the way, he meets 4 other girls. Guys, people are sick out there. You can't risk, you can't gamble with your health like that. So it's just like, nah, I'm good. I never spoke to her again. I was just like, you know what, you're so childish. I can be very childish. If you wanna hit below the belt, trust me, I'm gonna go under, you know. But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna entertain this, I'll let it be. After that, I was like, you know what, this is where you and I end. I never spoke to her again. She sent me a friend request not so long ago. That's why I was like, actually, this girl sent me a friend request on Facebook and was like, I'm not gonna entertain it, I'm just gonna leave it wherever it is. And yeah, I'm just not good at rekindling things. Like, if you and I break up or fight and it's like something very serious and I'm not at fault, it's you and I tried to reason with you and you couldn't, then it's fine. I'm not gonna try and pursue or try to rebuild or try to give life to something that's dead. That's definitely not me. If you cut me, you cut me. That's pretty much it. It's like a glass. If you break it, you break it. It's done. So I was just there and it was just like, it's whatever, honestly. But men are 666. Men are the real 666. But except for my man. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. But yeah, no, Shayamiyabona, I was just going through it. I remember the first night when I came back home, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was just like, yo, I'm so tired from the camp. I did a lot of hiking and it was so crazy. Anyway, this is the end of the story. I hope you guys liked it. It's not as crazy or hectic, but I have another one. I have another one coming up shortly. I have another one that I'm gonna film shortly after this. But anywho, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, you know what to do. Please do drop a comment down below. Do like. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you've made it until the end, cheers to you, my doll. Please do drop me a cheers in the comment section. Drop me a wine glass or a beer if you're drinking beer, or a glass of wine if you're drinking wine, or champagne, because there's fruits and the emoticons, the emojis, emoticons. Oh, mix it. Anywho, please do that, and thank you for watching. I'll see you shortly. Bye, loves.